All right, good evening, everybody. Good to see so many faces. The weather's so nice in Joburg lately, isn't it? It's not so cold anymore. It's nice to be in Joburg. Good evening to everyone on our live stream, wherever you may be in South Africa. I think we've got Bridget on our live chat, so if you are online, let us know where you are, how many people you have with you, and you are free to ask Bridget any questions along the way. For us, I'll ask that you reserve your questions until after the presentation. It's a nice short and sharp presentation. It's about 35 minutes long. I hope to give you enough information in the session so that you're able to make an informed decision. So my name is Rob van der Bijl. I'm one of the executives here at DuePoint. If you have any questions, like I said, speak to the person that's hosting you. I'm sure someone has been kind enough to introduce you to DuePoint. And so after the presentation, go speak to them, ask them any questions that you might have. And if you still have questions or you don't like their answers, then you can come speak to me, no problem. All right, let's begin. So we're in DuePoint's head office at the moment. For those of you on the live stream, you're watching us from our head office. We've got a lovely live audience with us. And we're part of another business called Constantia Insurance Company Limited. Now, Constantia is a registered insurance company. We have been around for nearly 70 years. You've probably never heard of Constantia because Constantia's never dealt with consumers before. They've only dealt with other financial service providers, other businesses for the last 70 years. But for the first time, through DuePoint, do we now speak to the consumers, to the general public. And so DuePoint is fairly new. We were formed 3.5 years ago when a number of factors came together for the founders of the business. So I'm going to speak about these factors because it'll give you context, it'll give you relevance, it'll give you understanding about what this business wants to do and what you're going to be part of if you decide to join us. So number one, economic and risk factors. This is primarily from your point of view. We wanted to create a business that had social impact, that had positive impact in the community and the country that we work within. And we knew that the greatest impact we could have with people is a financial one, right? That's why you're all here. You're here for one reason. What's that one reason you've come here for? Money. Okay, we're very upfront. That's good. That's good. Be upfront. It's money, right? And so what we decided to do as a business was to create an entrepreneurial opportunity based around community, a social entrepreneurship business opportunity that allows you to get involved in business, right? And that becomes the opportunity. That's the proposition. That's the invitation that we're going to be discussing in the next 30 minutes. And so our mandate, what we want to do, what we want to achieve together is to help grow this business in South Africa. And what your mandate becomes is to help us do that. How do you do that? You go out and tell other people about our business. We've decided not to follow traditional forms and channels of marketing. You will not see DuePoint advertising in the newspaper or on billboards or on TV or hear us on the radio. Why? Because we've decided to take that aspect of our business, that marketing that we have to do to grow our business, and put it in your hands. And that's where the partnership takes place. That becomes your responsibility to help us grow our footprint in South Africa. And so what we're actually doing is building what we call channels of distribution. You get to build your own channel of distribution. In other words, you become a stakeholder in this business, right? And we pay you for that. And so if you're able to create a channel of distribution in this business, you get to share in the benefits of the DuePoint system. Number one being you get to create additional income for yourself. That's why you're here, right? That's the first benefit. That's the one you want to tick off at least. But I know that a lot of us are here because I can't imagine why people would want to go out on a Tuesday night to go look for extra work. But we do it. Why? Because of necessity. Because we're forced to. We're forced to. If your job paid you everything that you wanted to earn, if you got a 10% raise every single year, if inflation was low, you probably wouldn't be here tonight. You'd be sitting at home with your feet up with a smile on your face saying life is good. But that's just not the circumstance that we find ourselves in. We find ourselves in a very highly risky environment. Right? And this business has been designed, it's been built to try to mitigate a lot of the risk that we find ourselves in. And so I'm assuming out of necessity you're going to look at a whole lot of business opportunities. This is not the first opportunity you're looking at. And so when you start looking at multiple business opportunities, you have to start becoming discerning about what is a good business opportunity and what is a poor business opportunity. How many of us have been involved in poor business opportunities? Don't put your hand up. I burnt my fingers once or twice, right? And so this benefit slide is going to highlight for you what a good business opportunity is. And maybe I can give you some information that will help you make informed decisions when you look at other business opportunities. One of the things that we do in the DuePoint system is we give you the ability to create recurring income. Our business is not based on sales or activity or commission. Like I said earlier, you get to become a stakeholder in this business. You get to share in the upside of when this business does well, when you do well. And we create recurring income. You get to share in the benefit of what we call a book value. A book value is what insurance companies rely on. It is the asset that creates income for insurance companies, and you get to share in that. The beauty of that is that it's not tied to activity. Your day jobs are all tied to activity. You have to work 8 hours a day for a month before you get paid. Here at DuePoint, you can invest time in DuePoint for a year, and DuePoint will carry on paying you whether you work in DuePoint or not. That's confusing, right? Why would DuePoint pay me if I'm not doing anything? Because we don't pay you for your activity. We pay you for the channel of distribution that you build. I'm going to expand on this when we talk about assets, right? There aren't many businesses in South Africa that create recurring income. Most businesses are activity-based businesses. I ran one of those businesses for 15 years. I left it because I was tired of chasing income every single month and starting at zero at the end of every single month. We all start at zero, don't we? If you don't go to work next month, what's your boss going to say? Don't worry, I'll pay you. You won't hear those words, right? We're all constrained by time and activity. This business frees you from that, and it frees you from the risk. Because if you can't go to work, you won't get paid. If you get sick and you can't go to work, you won't get paid. If you retire, you stop being paid. If you're retrenched, you stop being paid. Right? Here at DuePoint, we don't do any of those things. You get to enjoy the power duplication and the technology that we've invested in this business to make this business as easy and as convenient as possible. And we allow you the leverage. We allow you to go build a team around you that can help you build a channel of distribution. How much faster can you build your channel if you've got a team helping you? Who's going to build faster, 1 person or 10? 1 person or 100? 1 person or 1,000? You get to enjoy the power duplication. You get to build as big a team as you want around you to help you build a channel. It gives you the power to tap into exponential growth. Who's gotten a raise in their salaries for the last 8 years? Every year. Not 1 person? You're the first person in 4 years that's ever put her hand up. And I bet it was maybe 1% one year, 2% another year, 3% another year, right? Inflation's running away at 10, 15%. Here at DuePoint, you can give yourself a raise every single month if you want to. That's the beauty of this business. Why? Because you've got a team helping you build much faster than you can build on your own. The technology allows this business to be very flexible. The technology allows you to run this business from your phone. You can connect anyone in this country at any time of the day without any expense to yourself. Right? You tap into that power technology. We've invested so much in technology to make business simpler. We've decided to make this business as accessible as possible to everybody. And so we don't have qualifications or experience requirements. We haven't attached this big number to the business for you to get all that. If I had to present this business as a franchise and say to you, you've got to pay 5,000 Rand to get this franchise, 20,000 Rand, 100,000 Rand to buy into this franchise, who would get involved? No one. There's too much risk attached to it. But we've designed the business to have so little risk that even if you're skeptical of this business opportunity, you're still free to try it. Why? Because you've got nothing to lose. This business is truly accessible to everyone in the community if they're willing to put in the work without any risk. And then for me, you get to build an asset. This is the most important benefit because we spend our lives working for somebody else with nothing to show for it when we get to retirement. Have you seen the statistics around retirement? You should be terrified if you look at the statistics around retirement. Less than 5% of people can afford retirement at the moment. So what does that mean for you when you get to retirement? You've just worked for 45 years, 8 hours a day for somebody else, and you get to retirement and you realize you can't afford to retire. You're back on the street looking for another job at 65 years of age. Or you're phoning your family up, your children, saying, I can't get through the month, I need your support. That's what retirement looks like for 95% of us. Here at DuePoint, you get to enjoy the upside of when business is going well. In your companies, who gets to enjoy the upside? Who gets a dividend check when their company's doing well? Who gets shares? Who's going to have shares once they retire? Why do we spend 8 hours a day for 45 years working for somebody else? Why? You have to ask yourself that question. Why? I'm hoping that you get to see the value of building an asset, because here at DuePoint, the channel of distribution that you build, you own it. You have ownership over something you're building now. You have legal tender. It means you can sell your channel of distribution if you want to. It will never retrench you. It doesn't retire you. It carries on paying you through your 60s and your 70s and your 80s and your 90s and your 100s and your 110s and your 120s. DuePoint is still paying you. That's the beauty of an asset. I'm hoping that you will look at this business and go, I'm willing to make a long-term commitment to this business because I know that asset is mine, I own it, and it's going to keep paying me even if I don't go to work. You can do DuePoint and then take a whole year off. We've had people do that. We still pay them every single month. Why? Because we don't pay you for activity, we pay you for the channel that you build, right? The asset that you've created. And then finally, there's no selling involved in this business. Who thought they were going to become insurance salesmen when they came here tonight? I bet that was one of the questions you asked. Are we going to sell insurance? The answer is no. We're not looking for salespeople. We're looking for anyone who can go out and spread some good news. The good news of opportunity. You don't have to talk about any of our financial products. That's my job. I will tell you about the products. Our website has got information about the products. You don't have to do that. All you have to do is go to people who are looking for opportunity and connect them to DuePoint. Tell them, come sit down for 35 minutes. No pressure. If you don't like it, go. But maybe in those 35 minutes you connect to something and you decide DuePoint is something you need. That's all you guys have to do. At the same time, because we have financial products, they're intangible. There are no boxes here. No one's ordering stock. Who brought a bucky this evening? No one's going home with any boxes tonight, right? We've got IT systems that take care of our products every single month. You never have to bat an eyelid for product ever again. Who's got boxes at home? Some of us, right? Those days are over. Those are good days waiting for you. And so this is the list of benefits in this business. If you weigh up our benefits compared to all the other business opportunities out there, I promise you DuePoint's going to come out on top every single time. Right? Because we study other business opportunities. There's nothing like this in South Africa. And it's simple, and it's easy, and it's all driven by technology. But your success is still dependent on your ability to go out and build a channel of distribution. It begins with you. You become what we call a wealth engineer, right? And a product owner here at DuePoint. And now you're going to go out and start connecting other people. In this example, you've connected 5 people. See? This is where the power duplication lies, because we allow you to benefit off of the work of those 5 people that you connected. That is the power duplication. That is leverage. Those 5 people will go out and start connecting other people. So on and so forth. And after time, this is what your channel could look like. This is the asset that you own, that you've built. You're being paid for every single dot that you see on the screen. Every single product owner in your channel distribution is affording you a return every single month. An SMS from your bank saying DuePoint's just paid you again. That is what a channel distribution looks like. How do we pay our wealth engineers? It's through our returns program. It's based on a fee of R27.50 that we pay for every product in your qualified channel. But The first people anyone that you introduce personally to the business falls on your first point. And on your first point, we actually pay you double the 27 Rand 50. So you're earning 55 Rand for every product on your first point, not once off, recurring every single month. You're earning 55 Rand off of every product on your first point. If you've got 10 people, let's say this week you go out and connect 10 people, that's 550 Rand that DuePoint's paying you every single month. That's 6,000 Rand a year. Those people go out and connect other people on your second point also pays you 55 Rand for every product. So if you had 100 people on your first and second point, how much are you earning now? 5,500 Rand a month. 60,000 Rand a year. Who would like 60,000 Rand come December or January? January is a good time, right? Because you're going to spend less in January. That's when we all suffer the most. And so on and so forth. The third pointers go out, connect the fourth point, and so your channel grows and the product gets further and further away from you in your channel. As the product gets further away from you, then multiply drops from 200% down to 4%, but we don't limit you in this business. There are no limitations. We don't limit the size of your channel. We don't limit how much money you can earn in DuePoint. Think about that for a second. There is no limitation. I want you to commit to this business long term. And so I've given you ownership of the business, so you know you're owning what you build. And I've told you there's no limitation to how much money you can earn. What can you do in 40 years in this business? Think about employment, right? Because that's what we all invested in. We invested in employment, in our jobs, 8 hours a day for 45 years. Some of us might even have gone and studied, got degrees. Half of us can't find a job once we've graduated. And then when we do find a job, there's only a 5% chance that we're able to afford retirement. What can you do in a business that you have ownership over, that you can grow every single month? What happens if you put 45 years into this business that has no limitation? I can tell you now, if you went to your boss tomorrow morning and said, what is the most I can earn in this business? Your boss could give you a number and say, based on your experience and your qualifications, you're never going to earn more than this. That is the ceiling. In this business, there is no ceiling. Forget what people have told you, what your boss thinks of you, what the system has told you. I'm telling you now, you can have anything you want out of this business. Anything you want. People still want to understand, well, how much money can I earn in a certain amount of time? I need money now. When am I going to be rich? Right? That's what we're all thinking. Is this business going to make me rich? So we built a projection over 5 years. It's a 5-year plan. You can adopt this plan as your own if you want to. It requires moderate activity, right? The moderate activity is only connecting 2 people a month. If you can connect 2 people a month in this business, your numbers can look very similar to this. After 6 months, you could be earning 2,500 Rand a month. What I didn't tell you is one of the greatest aspirations we have for this business is to create wealthy individuals. Right? So you're in the right place. If you are looking to get rich, you're in the right place. Because every day we are trying to figure out how to make people wealthy easier. But one of the things I know we have to achieve to do that is to get people to think differently about money. You can't become wealthy if you still think the same way you were thinking before. Impossible to become wealthy. So what do we have to start doing differently? We have to start looking at the value of money differently. I made the mistake of looking at 2,500 Rand a month after 6 months as being, it's a bit small. People won't get excited over 2,500 Rand in 6 months. The mistake I made was I was placing consumer value on the 2,500 Rand. And we all do that. I'll prove it to you right now. I've put 2,500 Rand under everyone's chair this evening. It's your lucky presentation. Look under your chair. You're all too nervous, huh? Too nervous to look like a fool. I'm not looking under the chair. But imagine I did. Imagine I gave each one of you 2,500 Rand tonight. And you snuck it right to the bottom of your handbag. Or deep in your front pocket. Right? You don't want to lose it. How long would that money last? It's Tuesday night. Think about it realistically now. How long would that money last? We are all consumers. We are all consumers. How many people would take that money and go, how do I turn this 2,500 rand into 1 million rand in 10 years? That's how we've got to start thinking. Oh, your boyfriend's calling. Where are you? Dinner's ready. You say, I'm out to make money. If we start thinking differently about money, we can start putting ourselves on the path to wealth. And here's a quick example. You're thinking, well, I don't know how to turn 2,500 rand into 1 million rand. It's simple. It's simple because we all have debt. I know we all have debt. If you start paying your debt off, you can do that for yourself. Here's an example of someone with 1 million rand debt on a property, right? We know this called the bond, right? We go out, we buy a house for 1 million rand. They had a lovely expose on property on Sunday on Carte Blanche. Did anyone watch that? Right? The hottest property market at the moment is Cosmo City. Can you believe it? Right? The estate agents there are getting very rich. So let's say you went to Cosmo City and you found a nice house there for 1 million rand. Right? You went to the bank, you asked for a loan. The bank checked your credit, made sure that you were employed and getting a regular salary, and said, right, we'll give you a bond. Prime plus 2 on 1 million rand. You're going to pay 11,500 rand a month for 20 years before that house is yours. For 20 years, that house belongs to the bank until you make that final payment. When you make that final payment, they'll ask you for your address and they will courier the deed papers to your house. And for the first time in your life, you'll actually be an owner of property. Who would like to pay that property in half the time? Half the time. Do it in 10 years. Why do it in 20 years? If you put 2,500 rand that DuePoint's paying you every single month, you put that into that property every single month, you won't pay the property off in 20 years. It'll take you 11 and a half years. It's nearly half the time. So you're thinking, well, what's the point of that? The point of that is that the interest that you save yourself, instead of paying that interest to the bank, which equates to nearly 900,000 rand, you can save that money for yourself. That 2,500 rand has just saved you 900,000 rand if you decided to stop spending it and rather put it into your debt. And this is the way we've got to start thinking if we want to become wealthy. Otherwise, our lifestyles just get better and better and better, and we don't actually become wealthy. Right? That's the crisis with a lot of people. You can have someone here in Bryanston earning 250,000 rand a month. But if they financed the fancy Mercedes and the Range Rover and the kids are at private school and the 10 million rand house is also bonded, what happens when they get retrenched next month? They're suddenly selling the house for less than what it's worth. They're getting rid of the cars as quickly as possible. And the kids come out of private school. And we all thought that person was rich when they were earning 250,000 rand a month. After 12 months, you're earning close to 9,000 rand a month. See how quickly that changes? Why? Because you've got a team around you. Build a good team around you to help you build your channel. After 24 months, you're going to be close to 28,000 rand. After 3 years, 36 months, 50,000 rand. After 4 years, you're going to be close to 70,000 rand per month. And after 5 years, you're going to be close to 85,000. That's 1 million rand a year in recurring income. Imagine DuePoint was paying you 1 million rand extra a year. Who would still be working in their day jobs? I love the liberty that this business can give people. Who can go to their boss tomorrow and tell their boss what they really think about their boss? You walk in the office and you say, I'm going to tell you what I really think about you now. Who can do that? None of us. Right? Why? Because there's 10 million people behind you saying, get out the way. I'll take your job if you're not happy. True liberty, true freedom is financial freedom. Because once you've got a business that's paying you 85,000 rand a month, you can do whatever you like. Whatever you like, right? And in month 61, you can go to the beach. Spend the whole day on the beach for the whole month. Is DuePoint going to pay you at the end of month 61? Yes. Yes. Why? Because we pay you for the channel that you've built, not for your activity. And we've got people doing it. People doing it. People older than you. And we bring them up onto stage every single month. We've got young people, we've got old people, we've got pensioners, we've got people working, we've got people with no work experience. We've got all kinds of people doing this business. And the ones that perform well, the ones that, whether they're new or old, whether they're superstars or whether they're just making a huge impact in their lives in the short term, we bring them up on stage to share their testimony, to share their stories with us so that we can learn from them, so that we can see that it's possible, so that you can believe me that this business is having impact. Right? Wonderful gentleman, Glenn Medela. He's from Joburg. His daughter introduced him to the business. So he's been in just over 2 years. His channel value is sitting at just over 2,000 Rand a month. So you might think, well, he should have been on 30,000 Rand a month, right? But maybe he doesn't need that, right? Every single person's different. He's got his own transport business. So you can go watch his testimony on YouTube. But what he's done in the last 3 months is amazing. We launched an incentive 3 months ago. And Glenn's taken advantage of that incentive every single month. And he's boosted his income by 10,000 Rand on top of the 2,000 Rand in the last 2 months. And he's done it again this month. So again, we're going to give him an extra 5,000 Rand this month on top of his return. There's the work he's done. He's got 37 people on his first point. Those 37 have helped him find about 100 people that are in his channel. Then we've got a superstar, Sibisiso, who's in Centurion. He comes from Newcastle. He's moved the whole family up to Gauteng because his job's moved up here. He's been in our business for 6 months. What can you do in 6 months? 2,500 Rand a month? You can do more if you want. He's done 4,500 Rand per month. That's the value of his channel at the moment. He's got 25 people in his business, 100 people in his channel, over 4 points. Everybody is different. We've got thousands of people joining this business every single month. You have got to decide what you want out of our business. The table is full. Come to the front and decide what you want off the table. Go look at those testimonies. We've got hundreds over the last 3.5 years, right? They're all on YouTube. As I said, everybody is different, but you're at liberty to decide what you want out of our business. No one's going to tell you you can't have something. Only the person looking back in the mirror is going to stop you. On top of that, we've got our rewards program. You can see white beaches and palm trees. The rewards program is built on top of the returns program, so there's additional benefit for you. When your channel gets to certain sizes, we call them ranks, and when you get to certain ranks, there are tools, cash checks, holidays, all kinds of things waiting for you. So one of the first notable ones is rank 5. We give you a merchandise kit made up of DuePoint business merchandise so that when you go out, you look like you're a professional, not an amateur. An amateur arrives with nothing. I've got a business to talk to you about. Right? We know there's some of you. But professionals arrive. They go, I want to talk to you about this business. You give them a business card. You've got a notepad perhaps, right? You look like you represent the business. You look like you invested in the business. You can buy the stationery and the merchandise before rank 5. Right? From day 1, you should invest in it. But at rank 5, we give you a business toolkit. At rank 7, we give you 17,000 Rand business cards. There's only gold on the business cards. There's no ink. They're not printed. They're manufactured. They're manufactured. They've got to, you remember the Bibles in the old days used to have gold gilding around the edges. Same process. Right? They don't do that anymore. We found one person in South Africa that does that. You get business cards that make your competition look like they're amateurs. When you put a 17,000 Rand business card on the table, everyone else around you looks like amateurs. And the people looking for business opportunities go to you because you look like you're the most serious. Right? Unfortunately, business relies on first impressions. So create the best first impression that you can. At rank 9, we take you and your family to our international conference every single year. Not once, every single year for the rest of your life. 5-star, we fly business class only. It's an all expenses paid trip. You don't spend a cent. We make sure the car comes to pick you up at your driveway. You only bring your bikini or your Speedo and your passport. That's all you need. Right? We fly this year, again, we're going to fly to Mauritius, 5-star luxury resort. You get to enjoy life for a week where you're going to feel like and you're going to live like a millionaire. Right? Because the rooms that we stay in are about 25,000 Rand a night. Why do we do that? Not only to spoil you, but to realize this is the path that DuePoint wants you on permanently. Not just 1 week a year, permanently. One day you'll be able to take that holiday whenever you want and pay for it yourself. We want long-term commitment out of wealth engineers in this business. So take a look. We've documented our last 2 trips. They've both been in Mauritius. And I want you to imagine yourselves here. You can take your shoes off, rub your feet in the sand. That's for every single person in the room. Every single one of you are invited to come to rank 9. 2 ranks later, we have rank 11. We buy you a car valued at 250,000 Rand, so we will spend R250,000 Rand, buy you a car, pay for it cash, and put it in your name. It's your car. There's no DuePoint stickers. There's no T's and C's. The car is yours. You drive it off our parking lot with some fanfare. We celebrate with you, and you get to park that garage at home knowing that there's no debit order coming off your account at the end of the month. How much closer are you to becoming wealthy? How much closer are you to becoming wealthy? Right? People have done this in under 24 months. At this stage, you're earning 35,000 Rand a month. This business can change your life quickly. Right? We all chase fast cash. But maybe we just haven't chosen the right business yet. I'm hoping you get to make that choice tonight. Rank 11, we go up to rank 28. This is the cheap car. The Mauritius conference is the cheap conference. Rank 14 is a Mediterranean cruise for you every single year for the rest of your life. There are faster and bigger and fancier cars waiting for you. There's more money waiting for you. I'm showing you your first 2 years in this business. Do you believe it? Our business is built on the backbone of our products. Our products are built with wealth in mind, and they've been designed to be accessible to everybody at the same price, right? Access Wealth, insurance and investment rolled into one. It's going to cost you only 324 Rand a month. 100 Rand goes into a tax-free investment fund every single month for you, and you get 120,000 Rands worth of personal accident death cover. If you're over the age of 18, you're going to be 90. You can take out this product. The price is the same for everybody. We don't discriminate against your health. The same with Wealth Guard. Wealth Guard is insurance only, 249 Rand a month only. You get 1 million Rands worth of personal accident death cover. Again, accessible to everybody over the age of 18. And then we've got Family Wealth, wonderful funeral cover product. It's going to cost you 299 Rand. You get 20,000 Rands worth of funeral cover. It covers an additional 5 family members. You as the principal member get 10,000 Rands worth of debt protection on top of the funeral cover. So we will cover any debt that you have upon your death too. You can increase the cover to 30,000 Rand as well as up to 10 family members. And again, no excluded pre-existing conditions. It doesn't matter what your health status is. We will cover you, right? As long as you're under the age of 70 with this product. You have to get in under the age of 70. But once you're in, it becomes whole of life. You can live to 110, we will still have you covered. Right? A lot of other companies will cancel you when you get to 70, 75. They'll say, you're off cover now, stop paying your premium, you're going to die soon, we don't want to pay. Right? This is a whole of life product. And then finally, we've got Wealth Points. Wealth Points aims to lower your monthly expenditure. We spend money every single month on all kinds of things. What we've done with this product is we've gone and partnered with those businesses you see there, negotiated discounts and services with them, so that hopefully you can lower your monthly expenditure, right? And you probably spend money with 2 or 3 of those partners already. So there's lots of value here if you engage in our partners, right? One of the ones we want to highlight, FHM Personal Fitness. So out of that whole list, we've decided to start campaigning for some of our partners to make you more aware of what's going on. They've got a wonderful business that allows you to engage with them online. So I used to do cycling competitively, and my personal trainer was online. I never saw him. He would give me the program, design it for me. He would ask me what my goals were, what races I wanted to really do well at, and then he would personalize this training program for me. And I'd only speak to him. I'd upload my training. I'd tell him what I was doing, how it was going, if I was feeling okay, how it went. And then every week he would come back to me and give me feedback and then customize my program every single week. And it was awesome. My performance went through the roof. It was the best thing I could have done. It's the same with FHM Personal Fitness. They've got an online app that allows you to train not only gym, but also from a nutrition point of view, from stress levels point of view. It doesn't matter what your goals are. They will customize your health and fitness through this business, right? And so they're running a promotion currently that if you join them, already they're giving us 50% off. So all of us get 50% off if we're on Wealth Points. But this month, they're going to give you free on top of that if you decide to join this month. If you come to Mauritius and you're wearing your bikini or your Speedo, you want to look good, right? Hopefully these people can help you. It helps. Donnie's looking at me saying, I'm quite happy with my body. So that's FHM Personal. I've actually signed up to them today. So I will keep you posted as to how it goes. Achieve a Quest for those of us who need money now. Who needs money right now? Right now, not next month, not right now. You can do it through the Achieve a Quest. We'll give you an extra 5,000, 10,000 or 15,000 in your first month if you want it. All you have to do is connect 10 to 30 people in your first month who pay successfully in the same month. That's what Glenn did. Glenn's been doing the 1-star every single month. He's boosted his returns by 5,000 Rand a month for the last 3 months. Right? So that's available for everybody. Fast money. Long-term money 365 challenge. If you can connect 365 people on your first point in your first 365 days at DuePoint, that'll statistically take you to about rank 13 or 14. You should be earning about 40 to 50,000 Rand a month. Now remember, this is all in your first 12 months. If you can do that, you're going to have the business pack, you're going to have the fancy business cards, you're going to have the rank 9 holiday every year, you'll have the car parked in your garage, you might even have the Mediterranean cruise. You're earning 40 to 50,000 Rand, and if you do it within 12 months, we'll give you an extra 365,000 Rand cash check. You will hit the Achiever Quest every single month, right? So there's A maximum of 180,000 Rand in value just on the Achiever Quest. So you take the 180,000 plus the 365,000 plus all the money that you're going to be earning, it's about 1.4 million Rand in value. If you go out tomorrow and for the next 12 months, connect 365 people in 12 months. This business can make you a millionaire in 1 year. But that's your decision, not mine. But you know about it, right? Now you know about it. You've got to make a decision. A little bit of background on our business quickly, because when you step out of this building as a wealth engineer, you need to step forward with pride. Proud of the partnership that you entered into. I don't ever want you to be skeptical of this business or to wonder about this business. We're a 70-year-old business. We're listed on the Joburg Stock Exchange. We are publicly audited every single year. We are regulated by the FSCA all the time. I want you to look at this business. Go onto our website. Go to the Constantia website. Go to our listed businesses website. Go look at our 70-year track record. Because when people come to you, they're going to look in your eyes and see whether you trust this business or not. And I want you to trust this business. Why? Because I'm trying to build a long-term relationship with you. Not 3 months, not 3 years. I want 30 years, 40 years out of you. I want your children in my business. Oh, some people are looking at me going, oh, this is a big commitment. Don't worry, it's only month to month. You can cancel whenever you want, right? But that's what we want. We want this business to change lifetimes. We want this business to change generations, communities, perhaps even the country. There's the FSP number that we operate under. All our licenses are on display on the website and outside above the water cooler. So what is the decision? Are you thinking I'm asking you whether you want to join or not? I'm not asking you that question. I'm far beyond that question. That question's in the dust already. My question is, for the people that have already decided they're joining, is what are you doing tomorrow? What are you doing this evening? I hope it's not the same thing you were doing today or yesterday. Because tomorrow, your life changes. Tomorrow, you're going to go tell people about DuePoint. You're going to start building a channel, and hopefully soon you're going to go home to your family and say, we're going to Mauritius this year, and next year, and the year after that. Look at the new car I've brought home. Look at the check that DuePoint's paid me again this month. Look at the income DuePoint's paying me every single month. You know that job? I'm tired of that job. I'm quitting. Look how good retirement's looking for our family. Which schools do you want to go to, kids? Which universities do you want to go to, kids? When your child turns 18, you buy them a car. That's the life we want you to have. And you're allowed to have it. But it starts with tomorrow. Tomorrow, all you have to do is go up to 5 people and say, have you heard about DuePoint? And when they say no, you say, good. Let me tell you about them. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to convince anyone. You bring them to me, or you sit them down in front of the video on YouTube and you just show them the business for 35 minutes. It's as simple as that. We do everything for you. Just connect them. Some reminders. Getting started very easy. You've got to register yourself as a wealth engineer. It takes 5 minutes on the app or on the website. Download the DuePoint app onto your smartphone immediately, right? There's free Wi-Fi in the building. Do that. Watch the training videos so that you become an expert. When anyone asks you a question, you've got the answer every single time. Be an expert in this business. And then connect 3 people to start earning. That's when you start earning in this business. 165 Rand is the first payment you'll ever get. You need 3 people at least, right? Don't go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. You hit 3. 3 immediately so that you can start earning immediately. Merchandise, this will help you look like a professional when you go. It'll help you prospect successfully. So get the merchandise. We're running a promotion on our website. There's a store on the website. 20% off business cards. Available for everybody. Bombela Encounter. If you want to start building a channel out in Mpumalanga, this is the opportunity you take advantage of. I'm going to go to Mpumalanga. I'm not going to charge you for my flight. I'm not going to charge you for my time on Saturday. I'm going to go there and help you build your channel. But what I need you to do is invite people to the event. That's all you have to do. Go invite 100. Go invite 1,000. Invite as many as you can. I will help build your channel out of Mpumalanga so that you're earning money, not in the town that you live, but nationally across the country. That's the aspiration that you have to have. And then a reminder, we're on lots of social media platforms. We're very active on Facebook. We've got podcasts. I love podcasts. We've got our YouTube channel. We've got over 500 videos on the YouTube channel. Download the app, get the merchandise off our store, and get started in this business. I thank you for your time this evening. I hope you've got enough information to make a decision. Do not wait. Do not wait. Like I said, there's no reason not to join because you've got nothing to lose. If you're feeling excited right now about your prospects, about telling your boss what you really think about them, you join now so that you can start making money in August. Don't wait. When you wait, you go home and you get back into that couch, that nice, comfortable couch. The kids know that's your couch. That's where you sit. You sit back in there, and then you forget about everything. And you think, I've got work tomorrow morning. Join now so that you can start getting active. Start building wealth. My wish for everybody, prosperity this year. We've got August, September, October, November, December, 5 months for you to have the best December you've ever had in your life. That's my wish for all of you. So I hope to see many more of your faces. Good luck. Go do it.